Hello friends, I got a great recipe today. It's a white bean and spinach soup. It's delicious. I've been having it this week for my meal planning. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for my afternoon snack. And it's smooth. The white beans make it a little bit smoother. It's nutrient packed, it's vegan, and it's most importantly budget friendly. So I hope you give this a try. And as always, the recipe, the ingredients, and instructions will be on the comments. Let's get cooking and let's go and try this awesome recipe. Let's go. All right, folks, here we go. Here's the ingredients for the spinach and white bean soups with Nutritional yeast. And it's going to be going to 4 or 5 mason jars, and it's a vegan recipe. We're going to go with 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 large onion. It's going to be chopped, 4 cloves of garlic. They're going to be minced. I might get an extra clove of garlic. Then we're going to do 4 cups of vegetable broth, right over there, Progresso. Then we're going to do 3 cans of the cannella beans, drained and rinsed, right over there. Then we're going to go ahead and do the 8 cups of the spinach. Love the baby spinach, really healthy for you. 1 medium potato. And then we're going to do 2 teaspoons of dried rosemary. Here is the rosemary right there. Then we're going to do the teaspoon of salt. Here's our salt right there. Sea salt, fine. Then we're going to do the half a teaspoon of black pepper. That's actually a butcher block black pepper. And then we're going to do juice of a lemon. Here's our nicely yellow lemon right there. And half a cup of nutritional yeast right over there. All right, so we're gonna get everything chopped up, the onions and potatoes, and mince the garlic. Then we're going to heat with the oil in a large pot. We're gonna add in the onions and cook and soften for about cook and soften for about 5 minutes. Stir in the garlic and cook for 1 more minute. Then we're going to simmer. We're going to add in the broth, the beans, the rosemary, salt and pepper. Bring to a boil to reduce to simmer 15 minutes or until a potato is tender. We're going to add in the spinach, stir in the spinach, and cook just under until wilted, about 2 to 3 minutes. Then we're going to carefully transfer the stuff to the blender. Probably going to do a couple batches of it, and then add the nutritional yeast and lemon juice and blend and smooth and then creamy and just as necessary. Then we're going to put it in the jars, and then it's going to be our lunch. It's going to be an afternoon snack for my meal planning. All right, folks, let's go. All right, we're sauteing the onions right now. We're going to be doing about 5 to 6 minutes. Then we're going to add in the garlic and do that for another minute. Then we're going to add in all the broth, the beans, and all the other stuff to let it simmer for a bit. Then we're going to transfer it over to the blender. Let's go. All right, let's now add in the garlic. We're going to put it in there, and we're going to toss it around for about 1 minute. 1 minute. Love the smell of the onions going. All right, folks, be right back, and we're going to add in the rest of the ingredients. Let's go. All right, here we go. I put the potatoes in there with the onions and garlic. I'm going to add in 4 cups, which is conveniently 32 ounces, which is in my Progresso. Add that in there. There we go. Now we're going to add in the rosemary, 2 teaspoons. Then we're going to add in 3 cans of candela beans. Here we go. 1. Also known as white kidney beans. That's what I knew them as when I was growing up, was white kidney beans. Alright. Then we're going to do our salt and pepper. I'm going to do the salt and pepper to taste, but it should be 1 teaspoon of salt. There we go. And half a teaspoon of pepper. All right, gonna get this up to a simmer, and then we're gonna cook it for about when it simmers, reduced, for about 15 minutes. All right, folks, let's go. All right, guys, doing something I wouldn't recommend. I'm gonna do this in 1 batch instead of 2 batches. I tested it, it seemed to be working. I'm gonna add in the nutritional yeast over here, about a 1/4 cup, right in there. And then I'm gonna do 2 lemon squeezed, freshly squeezed lemons right here. Nice. Here we go. All right, like I said, probably should do 2 batches. I'm doing 1 batch. Hold on. I'm gonna start off on low and see how it goes. All right, folks, I'll be back. Here we go, guys. I was able to get it done in 1 batch. Probably still would recommend doing 2 batches, but got it done. And I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit as it's still hot from the oven. And I think we're good to go. Let me take a sip. Let me take a test of it. Look at the texture of it. Still see the heat coming off of it. Has an earthy feel for the beans. A little bit of spiciness. You can definitely taste the spinach. Oh, I'm really excited about this soup this week. It's going to be very awesome. All right, guys. I really appreciate you watching. And I hope you got something from it. As always, the recipe, the ingredients, and the instructions will be on the comments. If you got any value from this recipe or the video, please consider liking and subscribing. It does a lot for my channel. All right, folks, until next time, believe in yourself, keep cooking, and let's go!